Hey everyone, how's it going? Dablooon here, and today's another BTD6 video, and today's going to be Axis of Havoc Achievement. And you guys have been waiting for this for a few weeks now. After Ninja Kiwi did the update with the Infernal map, I had to get on those, so this got pushed back a couple weeks. But I'm finally ready to introduce it to you guys, and you guys are going to be stoked about it, hopefully. Now what this is to have 3 tier 5 snipers in one game, meaning one of each of course, and then you're also going to unlock Josh's constant on here, which is spending 40,000 or more on one spike factory. So you're going to get both of these if you have not gotten them yet, which is really cool. And you might think offhand that the 3 tier 5 snipers on one map is actually pretty easy, but being that it's chimps and you're set to almost like 170k or around there, and 100 of that's going to these snipers, or nearly 100 of it's going to snipers, it's actually kind of harder than it looks. So of course we're going to be jumping into logs, and we're going to be using a ninja and all that kind of stuff, but I will show you a very, very easy and surefire way to knock this out. But before we do that, I have to give a shout out to Supreme Avocado. My man made it into the Friday Stinger. And as you can see, his name right here, and you guys have heard me mention him before. He makes awesome race times and usually on the leaderboard in the top 5 and makes cool videos. And then he also uploaded a video on one of the fastest ways to make monkey money and monkey experience. So definitely check his channel out. And then, which leads me into the fact that you might not have Churchill and you might need more monkey money. So definitely check out some videos on the best way to make monkey money. I don't have one yet, but definitely check out my Infernal Deflation. That's a pretty fast way to get some money. But save up for your Churchill because he's a great investment regardless, just because he's so strong. He's a very useful hero if you can have the money to use him, right? And so definitely get that so you can knock this strategy out. I'm sure you can do it with other heroes. I just did it this way and it seems to be pretty easy. So guys, hit that like button if you like what you're watching so far, and if you think you'll like it later, subscribe if you're consider subscribing if you're new. Definitely follow on Instagram for those behind the scenes, and follow on Twitch, and let's get going. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to grab a ninja, of course, and we're going to put him right in this little corner, and he's going to handle the first few dozen rounds until he is a 201 ninja. So that's going to be what's that, sharp shurikens and seeking shurikens, because as you guys know, he's awesome. Now this video, as you can see already, is going to be a long one, so I'm going to cut down parts. Like when we're going to get the perma spike, I'm going to cut through. When we're going to get the Crippled Moab, I'm going to cut through, just because they go around this thing so much. It literally adds so many seconds to each round, which doesn't sound like much, but after you add it up, these things, Chimps usually takes me around 28 minutes, my timer says at the end. This one takes about 45 to an hour to beat this thing, depending on how much you slow down and wait things out, and if I pause or things like that. So you definitely got to chunk out some time for this map and this achievement. But I think it's worthwhile just to have another one knocked out. And this one's kind of fun to do in the process because it's towers that you would never use on Chimps, because in my opinion, well, not my opinion, I feel like it's no one's going to use this on Chimps because it helps you if you lose a life, so there's no point. And then same with this guy. Elite Sniper is actually pretty cool. He makes him faster and everybody else faster, but the problem is that you don't need supply drops on Chimps, so you would never use these. But it's cool to have them all on the same map, and that's what makes it a challenge and an achievement, and that's what we're going to do here. And it's actually not that hard if you get the right towers in, but we're going to buy those kind of least useful upgrades at the very, very end here. And no joke, guys, we're going to buy our last upgraded sniper on round 100, which is going to be a little intense, but it's not bad, and it's not going to be like oh no, I might not win. It's going to be very easy because we're going to pop that bad, and you'll have, it seems like 20 minutes to get to the end of the map, so you'll have more than enough time to buy the next upgrade. Next thing we're going to do here is grab a Churchill because he's awesome, and you guys, like I said, definitely spend the time to get him. I would recommend spending money on your heroes before you buy anything else. Don't buy a skin. Don't buy the new skin for Quincy if you don't have your Churchill. Don't buy powers and things like that, because I got through to where I'm at with no powers at all. You guys know that. I mean, I use the monkey farmer, but I don't think that counts, right? Because it's an investment, because you spend however much he is and then you get it back when you beat that impoppable or whatever. But so definitely buy all your heroes first, because you want to be able to, not just my videos, but anybody who makes YouTube videos, you want to be able to follow them, right? And you can't if you don't have the hero. That totally changes the whole entire aspect of the game. Like, you put down an Oben, you're going to get way different results than what I'm about to give you. So just a little tidbit on that, guys, for all you newer or less experienced players who are jumping into this crazy challenge. But for the rest of you, you're just looking for a quick fix on how to get this thing done, skip to the end. You guys will see how the towers are placed. and it's actually not that hard. But there is one crucial thing that I'm gonna leave out until that point happens with these snipers, and that's where it gets a little fun and a little weird on my end, just because I would never think to do this. It's nothing crazy, it's just I would never put this on, but it works. So yeah, we'll get there when that time comes. But we got our Churchill, and he's at the very right corner, bottom right, and he's at the top left corner. Now we're gonna get double shot and Bloon Jitsu, and you're really good on this for a while, even with this, but I just like upgrading as quickly as I can just because I want to speed this up. And so honestly, it'd be like, I'd way rather have Churchill right here in the front and the Bloon Jitsu right here in the front. But what my thought process was that I want him to have the most popping power imaginable, and he has so many different areas to hit these things right here. So that's why I figured, yeah, it's gonna take a little longer, and on 28 with the leads, we have to wait till it gets to Churchill's range, but who cares, right? In the long run, it'll pay off because he can see so far across the map. So see what I mean right there though? Like, he's not popping, just wasting time, but it's all cool, it's all cool. Okay, so we're almost at Bloon Jitsu, and I'm surprised how amped I am right now because I just did a long day at work, and it's Friday. I wanted to get home, but I've got extended even longer, and usually like my eyes are really red, you guys can tell, and it's just from being out all day and then driving home and staring at the road for over an hour. I'm always wrecked, and you can tell the difference between the day or the morning and the evening when I make my videos, because in the morning I'm like blah, 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 from all the coffee, but I feel like that now, which is really cool. So I'm excited that I'm not like a dead zombie right now, but if I'm too much for you guys, I really apologize. And so all you new people who are just strolling through and just wanted to beat this achievement and found my channel for the first time, definitely hit that subscribe and try not to get too annoyed by my craziness, because you came for balloons, but you get a lot of talking. That's just how it rolls, guys. Okay, now we're gonna throw in an Alchemist right here, and I'm gonna put him at the very bottom left corner because I only want him to hit these two, because what's gonna happen is I'm gonna have a village right here in this corner and then place everybody else up here, and I don't want the Alchemist hitting him. And just these alone, like, okay, you guys have seen my other videos where we're struggling on level 40, right? Like, we throw down Oben's brambles and we hit it to strong and we do all this weird stuff just to beat a Moab. But then you have like a Churchill, Alchemist, and a Ninja together, and a Moab is literally nothing, and I won't even see 40 go by. I'm totally gonna forget and probably tell some random story in the meantime. So I just love how this game is so diverse in the fact that depending on the map, your hero, your playing style, what you're going for, like obviously half cash is a whole different ball game. It's usually with the ones we have the problem with around 40, but still, like, it's just crazy. And then on logs, anything's possible because you have a spot here to hit, a spot here to hit, and then it comes back around and around, and then it comes back around again, and then again, and then again down here for Churchill, and you're just like, oh my gosh, just give up already. But it is what it is. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this guy here, and this is how you're gonna get your Josh's Constant achievement. We're gonna put him right here because we only want him on this very last path. And I know that once you get the smart spikes or whatever, you can just put him on close, but it's just, I don't know, I just want him very close to the end. I'm gonna get faster production, then even faster production, and then we're gonna get deadly spikes. And then I'm gonna leave you guys for a few minutes until we get that perma spike upgrade. And I'm not gonna hit any abilities in the meantime, but if you guys wanna maybe, so since this is a video, right, and I can't really, no point in trying to speed it up. I don't wanna mess you guys up, or you guys think, oh, I needed to use ability there when you don't need to. I'm not using abilities until I very much have to, but if I were you guys and like round 50 or something, I'd use that ability just to speed it up a little bit. Any time counts. If you can shave off seconds off a round and you do that several times, it's shaved a couple minutes off, right? Rather than just sitting here for 45 minutes, because this is a long one. Logs is a long one. But we're almost there. Oh, got the deadly spikes. So now we just need those perma spikes for 32,000. So let's jump ahead to that. Almost to that perma spike here. So after that, what we're gonna do is we're gonna grab an no, we're not going to get the Alchemist first, but we are going to put a little tiny Alchemist on this perma spike as well, so he can pop those leads, because we are definitely going to use him to pop not only leads, but pretty much the entire end of the game is going to be on the perma spike. So he's going to be our savior at the end. So let's get his spikes ramped up. And then I like to see, I'm not very technical and I don't know the technical specs. Maybe you guys can leave in the comments below what I'm about to say, and maybe you can make it sound better. But let's put this right here in this top right corner though, just like, or I guess right here, it doesn't have to be in the top right. I just like the symmetry of it all, but that's fine too. We're gonna go bigger radius and then jungle drums. But what I was gonna say was that how many spikes can he place before he starts replacing them? You know what I mean? So like, is it 100 spikes that can be on the ground, 200? I don't know the number, but what I'm getting at is that I like to keep the spikes as many as possible at all times. So in the end, I will start using more abilities because I don't want any spikes to be popped or used. And so I'll use my abilities on Churchill to like right here. You don't need to, of course, they can totally handle that, but just to make sure that my spikes are not used up, if that makes sense. So definitely let me know below how many spikes you can have on each round. But for this one, make sure to only get a 2-1 right now. Do not get the camo. There's no reason because Churchill and him can both see camo as well as this perma spike. So it would just be a waste of $2,000. Now what we're going to do is we're going to start getting that sniper because that's going to take forever. And I'm not a big fan, but it's cool because, yeah. But what we're going to do also, see how you have the Alchemist buff on him? You're going to move everything out of the way of the Alchemist. We only want the Alchemist on the Ninja and Churchill, so we don't waste any stuff here. We're going to get the large Calibre. We're going to get a 202 right now, and we're going to get up to a 402. And then I'm going to do a skip ahead again to that Crippled Moab. And I will not be using any abilities in between there either. And the reason I'm choosing the Crippled Moab first is because it says I don't use them ever, by the way, but it says are immobilized for longer and take extra damage from all other attacks. So I figured we're going to have this sniper just hurt everybody, and then Churchill and the Ninja can just kind of come in and clean up the mess, right? Or at least Churchill will. So that's kind of my thought process. The problem is that once you get main Moab, it's going to take forever. So I'm not going to test it on this video. What I did myself when I was playing on my phone was I bought main Moab and then I just kind of left. I just left and just walked away, and then I came back every now and then to check on it because my gosh, it takes forever. So I'm going to skip ahead with that main Moab. You guys can maybe test it out and not get main Moab. What you could do is save up, okay, because it's 43,000, right? So it's 40,200 plus 5,000. So you go, what is that? I can't do math in my head right now. $48,600. Wait for that. And then upgrade them both at the same time to save you the craziness. And then again, I'm not sure if main Moab will take you all the way to that. So who knows, guys, but we'll get there. So we're almost to the main Moab. If I'm just talking craziness, just shut me up. Just let me know in the comments below if I'm talking craziness. But I feel like there's some aspect of truth behind it. Like I'm not completely crazy, but who knows. But we have that main Moab, and here's the trick that I was telling you guys about earlier to stay tuned for. I'm leaving him on first. I'm leaving all 3 snipers on first. The only thing that's going to be on strong is my glue gunner, not Churchill, not the Alchemist. Nobody's on strong because I tried it with everybody on strong and I kept failing and I kept having problems. So I tried different variations. I put one guy in last, things like that, and it didn't work. So then I was like, you know what, let's forget about it. Let's just leave everybody on first. Sure enough, it worked. So he did enough damage, and I thought it wouldn't work at all because main Moab is being wasted on ceramics that come out, but it definitely works, and I'm excited about it, and it works, so let's do it. Don't fix what ain't broken, right, guys? So I'm going to skip ahead again to that Crippled Moab. So we have enough now for the Crippled Moab, which is pretty awesome, so let's grab that thing now. As you guys, well, I guess you wouldn't know, but I didn't use the ability once. I got up and left and then came back. That's why I'm a little late to that 43,000. Usually try to jump on a little earlier. But as you can see, our Spike Factory only has 7,400 pops. Churchill and the Ninja are killing it, and so is the Sniper. So I hope you guys, you could have used the abilities, like I said, to speed things up because it always helps. Doesn't hurt to use it, and it regenerates so fast, at least the first one does. So use it if you can. Now what we're going to do here, guys, is we're going to grab a glue gunner. Where is he at? And we're going to, remember, keep him out of range of the Alchemist, so just right here. And you can move him over a little bit too, so we can get more range and stuff on everything else. We're going to go 1, 2, 3. So we're only going to go 0, 1, 3 on this guy. Leave him on strong. That's the only thing we're changing to strong. Now what we're going to do, guys, is the 90s are coming, and I know I'm going to forget and blow this whole thing. So what we're going to do is we'll put this Alchemist right here, but only in range of the Spike Factory and then range of the map too. So now he can help out. We're only going to a 3-0-0. Do not spend any more on him because it will not work out in the end because I have made this money perfect. So just leave that be. Now we're going to grab that camo for that radar scanner on this village. So now our glue gunner and our sniper can now see camos because 90 is coming. So we're prepping for that. And like I said, guys, as soon as your Churchill is in range now we can start using that ability, because why not? It's going to regenerate really fast, and all it does is speed things up for us and make sure our spike factory has the most available spikes ready. And nothing really hurts us at this point. And then the end of it, like usually guys, I'll try to just have it specifically and say, hey guys, do this, hey guys, do that. But what we're going to do though is, instead of knowing the exact time to use some of these abilities, hit that camo by the way, we're just going to use them, and we're going to use them as we need them, and then it works out usually every time. That was a little too early on that one, which really doesn't matter. But remember, you have 2 abilities, and on these 90s rounds, because it takes so long for these balloons to go around, sometimes you can even have 2 of these level 10 abilities. So just keep rocking that first ability, just keep using it. Every time it's there and you're in range of a tower, just go for it, or a range of a balloon, I mean, just hit it. And you're already thinking like, you only have 13 levels left, are we gonna have enough to get all 3 snipers? Which is weird, but yes, you get so much money in the last few rounds that it's just ridiculous. And that's where you get all your pops too. So like on those 2 mega pops challenges, you look at the pops on your guy and you're kind of nervous because you're like, I only have 600,000, what's going on? And then you get all of them in the last 10 rounds, which is just crazy. So now what we're going to do is grab another sniper. And this sniper, guys, remember, keep him out of the range of the Alchemist, is going to be the cool sniper, the semi-automatic with the large caliber. Remember, keep him on first though. This was my favorite sniper, and I used him the most when I first started playing this game because he came over from BTD5, and I used him so much because he shoots super fast, and I just figured, oh, that's the best guy for sure, definitely the best. And then I started using the stronger one that's a little slower, what is it, the main Moab or whatever, and I was like, oh, this thing is definitely cooler, and I'm pretty excited about that. But for this one, we're gonna get semi-automatic and then full auto, and then we're gonna wait on finishing him, and then we're gonna go elite sniper, because elite sniper is helpful in speeding up your other guys' reloading, and elite defender doesn't do us anything. So I think that's what they're called, right? Elite sniper, whatever it's called, that's what we're gonna get, and it's gonna be hopefully pretty helpful here. And as you guys can see, it's really not that hard. It's just kind of placing towers, and when you're playing on logs, it's really not too much skill, right? It's just at the end with all the abilities and stuff like that. But like I'm saying here on this one with Churchill, he's just such a powerhouse. Just keep using him. And the problem is he pops the balloons and then chases those ceramics, so his first ability is kind of useless. But what are you gonna do? So like right now, I would use the second ability, and it's gonna take some of these down to Moabs, and now you're totally fine. You have your first ability back again, go for it. It's just that simple. So just kind of use your head on it and use some common sense, and just use them when you want to, and then hopefully you'll make it. And then you are gonna have times at the end where you're gonna have so much going through your spike factory that you're gonna be on this edge of your seat for sure. Like, it's gonna happen. And then someone unlucky might have timed something just so bad that it actually killed him, but that shouldn't happen, because I've done this a few times and usually I do. I probably shouldn't have used my ability for that, but it'll regenerate so fast, who cares, right? Okay, so we got this guy. Now we're gonna get him to a full auto rifle. I'm gonna use my ability on this one too, just because I can. Let's get those down to a Moab, because we know that the spike factory can just take Moabs like it's candy. So as long as we can get these things down to Moabs and ceramics, we're gonna be fine for a while. So it's fortifieds that roll through that just make my day hard, because you don't know if they're gonna kill you or not, right? You're not really ready for it. But again, we have our abilities, and we're just gonna keep using this ability. This guy's at 340,000 pops. This guy's at 367,000 pops. I totally thought Churchill would have more pops, but I was wrong. We're almost at full auto. There we go. So now this guy's gonna go super fast, which is really cool and helps out way more than you'd think. This guy's gonna start getting a lot of pops here. So with this guy, same with this guy. Use those abilities, of course. And then now what we're gonna do is we're gonna grab that other sniper I was telling you about. Also in range of the village, but not too far. There you go. Now we're gonna go all the way camo with this guy, right? And now we're gonna use the ability right now, the second ability, because he's hitting, I'm hoping anyways, that it's hitting those and him at the same time, which is really cool. And then use that first ability as soon as it pops up, because we're coming to the end here, and there you go, that's simple. And then for these ones, I like that they're taking forever, because then it replenishes our spike factory, and I think that's what makes us win this, to be honest with you. That we take so much time to go around that our spike factory just has days upon days to get what he needs done, which literally makes this easier for us. So I'm gonna grab this bouncing bullet first, because we're trying to go for things, if you haven't figured that out yet, we're going for things that are helping us. And like elite defender will not help us, and bouncing bullets isn't going to do that much, but it's better than elite defender, I would say, in chimps. So let's keep on just doing that. Are we there yet? Not yet. But I like getting the, what is this one called? Elite Defender? Oh, Elite Sniper, sorry. Because then he gets a special elite mode and you'll just see the graphics on the screen. Like all of a sudden, this guy just starts shooting so much faster and it's pretty cool to see. So I'm pretty excited about that. I'm going to use this ability again because by the time they all get around, it's going to be regenerated and we'll be fine. Got those bouncing bullets. And now is that the rest is just kind of a waste. So you're kind of just playing on your own at this point with what you got because you don't need the supply drop and stuff like that. You don't need anything else that they're going to supply except for that elite sniper. Now we just ability. It'll be fine. The worst round's probably 97 though, because with that main Moab, it just sits there all day. Will be cool. I'm going to use this ability here. I don't know if that second ability oversprays and then pops everything else too, which would be cool because then your timing would be better because you'd wait for like Moabs and BFBs to be under the ZOMG so then you can attack them all at once. But whichever works, it seems to be fine, and we're gonna pop all these Moabs anyway. And if they get down to ceramics, we're totally fine. So, hey, what are you gonna do? Use that ability again. Get those down to some BFBs, some Moabs, things like that. And then tell me guys, if you guys have already beaten this and you're just watching this because you guys are awesome and like to support the channel, what did you guys use to beat this? Did you not use Churchill? Because I was trying different other ways. I will admit I didn't spend too much time on figuring out a different alternative, but I just figured this would definitely be the easiest. I did try it once on Cubism and I failed miserably. But what's weird is, I don't know if it was bugged or what, but I actually beat this, or I got the achievement without winning. So I was on Cubism, I placed all of them down pretty quickly, I want to say, like, I think it was in the 80s or something. I got them all 3 down and then died immediately because they weren't really helping, right? And what was weird was that I won. So, well, not a won, I got the achievement. So I'm like, So let me know below if you guys died and still got the achievement for having all 3 placed. You won't with this video, obviously. I'm going to use that ability though, guys, to clean up some of these. But this is the one I was telling you about where you're going to get so many going through on those perma spikes. But the perma spikes are so awesome that it doesn't even matter. But you're not going to use, you can't die and lose, or you can't die and get the achievement with this strategy, unfortunately, because the strategy we're using requires you to get the very last upgrade, the very last level, so you've already beaten it at that point. But I'm going to use that second ability again here, guys. But let me know below what you guys used to beat it, and if any of you also experienced, I guess, that bug to where you still got it, or maybe it's not a bug, it's just a loophole. It just says have them on the screen, it doesn't say anything about winning, right? Okay, this is where I would want another ability. And we're not going to have one because look how scary that is, having all those things roll through. Doesn't it just look like it's about to lose and you're just super nervous? Because that's how I feel right at this moment. I'm kind of worried about it, but we might be fine. I'm going to use this ability though. Let's get these things broken up here. But I wish there was a counter on this thing to tell you how many you have. That would be really cool. Just so I can, instead of biting my nails and sitting on the edge of my seat, like I have a better understanding that I'm going to lose rather than just straight up losing, you know? But maybe the future. Who never knows, guys? Who never knows? Alright, so time to take a little bit of a chill pill. This is going to be relaxing mode. 97 is slow and ridiculous, and you just kind of wait it out. We're not out of the clear on this one, but hey. And I was trying to think of another question for the day. I had it in my head before I started, and I totally lost it thinking about this. But we already had the first question, which I forgot what it was when I walked away the first time. But the second question, guys, what is the second question of the day? I asked this in the stream a lot, and I ask it every time, and we always get new things and stuff like that. And a lot of it gravitates towards Star Wars. But what is your guys' favorite movie quote? And please keep it appropriate. By appropriate, you know what I mean, but just not too crazy. Make sure it's YouTube appropriate. But let me know your favorite movie quote of all time below. And if you can't choose your second favorite, just so you don't have to pick your favorite, you know what I mean? But we get a lot of Star Wars ones, which is really cool. But let me know what your guys' favorite movie quote of all time. I always, in my head, I don't know if it's necessarily my favorite, but I always go to Step Brothers, right? Like, you don't say that, or there's so much room for activities and things like that. But I know a lot of you probably have a lot other great movies that you were thinking of. So let me know below what your guys' favorite movie quote is. I think that'd be kind of a fun little conversation topic starter. And then, but don't say the movie though. Don't say the movie. Yeah, I forgot to leave that part out, or in. Don't say the movie because I love to guess. I'm a movie buff and I love movies, so let me try to guess. And I will give you an honest answer if I know it or not. I will not Google any, and I will say, hey, what's that? But And I know I haven't been doing the best at returning comments, just because of work and everything. Life's been a little hectic lately, as always, right? But I'm sure it's the same for everybody. But I am going to be getting on those comments soon. But adding another day, let me tell you guys, let me complain a little bit. So adding another day to streaming, it's harder than it looks. I was like, oh no, it's just a Thursday, it's no big deal. But then when you take off a whole day, like just not take off a whole day of work, but like I come home and I go straight to streaming, and then I'm late. I'm like, oh my gosh, what am I doing? I forgot about this. And then now I'm like making videos Monday, Tuesday, and then Wednesday I stream, Thursday I stream, and then Friday I was supposed to make this video this morning, but I didn't. I got a call midway through the video, which is usually how it goes. Like I wake up early on Wednesdays and Fridays and Mondays to try to make the video in the morning, which really helpful if I can get it done. But then I got a call from work and they were like, hey, we need you in here for a little bit. And I was like, oh shoot, or not a little bit, but you need to get in here sooner than you were going to. And I'm like, oh man, bummer. And so with that, I was like super late as it was because I was already making the video. But then I didn't get to finish and I had to restart because I was like, I could just jump it on the point where I got the Crippled Moab. But then I was like, no, my whole demeanor is different. Like in the morning, I'm like, I'm peppier now because I'm like warming up and I had a lot of coffee before I started. But in the morning, like my eyes aren't super red like they are now. My day is like fresh and I'm ready for the world. And then on the end of the day, I'm like, Friday night. But so I couldn't do that. This is all one shot through, black bordered on this thing, and I'm hoping it stays black bordered, right? And then if you guys haven't beaten logs, and let me know that below too. If this is your first time playing chimps on logs and this is your black border, that would be awesome to hear. I'm going to use this. I shouldn't because 99, I really need that, but I really don't want to lose at this point. So we're going to do this and let those, ew, scary, huh? Because we definitely need that last ability on 99, but if we don't get it, that's fine. Okay, so we got to also too, like, remember what we're doing here. We have this guy. Oh, so we have this guy fully maxed out. We have this guy fully maxed out. So we just need the elite defender for 15,120. And as you can see, we're very close, but we're not there yet. So we'll see what happens here. And luckily we have that Crippled Moab because without him, we would have cripply lost this thing like super quick. But he's awesome. And this Spike Factory is so overpowered, guys. So overpoweredly awesome. And look at this. We just wrecked this. And now it's 99 and we're already there. And just start rocking those abilities, guys. That's all you can do. And then as soon as he pops, make sure you upgrade this guy because watch me forget. I promise you I will forget. Hopefully not. But you need to upgrade this because you only need, what is it, $55 left. And then you can upgrade it. And then that's when you have the ability. Because or the achievement. If you do not do this, you just did all this for absolutely nothing. So do not forget before you pop that bad. And if you need to, definitely slow it down so you don't mess that up. And let's see here. It's going to be after you pop this DDT, of course. So boom. Okay, now you have the achievement. Now just go crazy with it. Have a good time and kill these things, and nothing's even going to make it to your Spike Factory, which is super awesome. Drop that third ability for no reason. There you go. But that is it, guys. That is the Axis of Havoc. On my timer, it's actually 38 minutes, so we actually did this pretty quickly, and I'm hoping I'm going to knock it down to like 25 minutes for you. Ooh, level 151. There you go. And what was I even talking about? Hopefully I can knock it down to like 25 minutes and make this a pretty quick video for you guys. But I really, guys, hope you guys enjoyed this. If you made it to the end, the word of the day is Churchill. So let me know below when you're letting me know your favorite movie quote of all time. Put in also asterisk your Churchill so I know you guys made it to the end and that you guys are true awesomeness. And I hope you guys enjoyed this, and if you did, hit that like button. And if you are new and made it this far, definitely hit that subscribe button because it really helps the channel. And I'm really close to that 10K, guys, and I'm really excited for that because you guys know that back in July 2019, I had 100 subs, and now to have 10K in less than a year is just insanity. And I'm super excited for that 10K question and answer video I'm going to do. So definitely jump in the Discord and go to the very bottom of the channels. There's a Q&A one where I'm going to try to answer at least all of those questions, as many as I can in that video. And they're personal questions, they're Bloons questions, and I'm super excited. And you guys are super awesome. And thank you guys so much for all of this. And check the links below in the description for all those links I mentioned earlier in this video, guys. And I will see you guys Sunday for that 8 a.m. Pacific Bloons stream that's going to be off the hook. So definitely check that out, and I will see you guys then.